I got a whole lot of answers. I'm ready. I got a lot of answers too.
Oh snap! This is fun.
Yo.
What up, nigga?
Good, GP.
Ah, shit, man. Y'all niggas like y'all got haircuts, bro.
Why you think I got this hoodie and this hat on?
Hat on.
Let me go find me a hat, man. Y'all ain't finna have
AC,
me.
man.
Hey, everybody down bad, boy. I just got my shit out.
Y'all ain't finna have me look crazy on this shit. Let me go find me a hat.
I'm in the AC.
Man, I ain't even got no hat, bro. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
So is everybody on their computer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on my phone. I couldn't get my computer to work.
I'm on the phone too.
Is it showing everybody on the phone or is it going from screen to screen?
I got, it's like you can slide it to where I can see 4 at a time.
Oh,
okay, when everybody talks, they pop up on the main screen.
Oh, okay.
Or that's how it works.
Okay, bet. Yo. That boy 100 points, man.
Man, we up here, man. I just got done cooking up for a little bit. Well, we here.
I know if I would have started cooking up, I would have not even got no call or nothing. I was like, I'm gonna just wait till after this.
Tell you. Let me see.
What's that?
What's my screen though? All right, there it is.
Buddha, see what's wrong with yours. It got my name on yours. Buddha.
Yo.
It got my name on your thing. On your Zoom.
Press the 3 dots and you can change it, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, press them 3 dots on your. How do it look on that? Let me see how it look on the iPhone.
We got that boy Buddha in here too.
I think it's
Yeah, what it do?
Man, y'all ain't playing, bro.
They got some heat on here. They got some heat on here.
Man.
Hold on.
See? I don't think they know what they got in store, man.
Well, we know. The folks know.
Well, I don't know why I say your name.
I'm trying to see how you can change it. Hold on.
Y'all can see how wrinkled my shirt is. Man, my shirt wrinkled too.
Well, I just put a whole hoodie on.
Wrinkled in hell.
2 wrinkles.
You just
But that we quarantine.
Oh God. Tell you.
Everybody down bad.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Click your phone and look at participants at the bottom, and it should say China Casing with me in parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
And click
Okay.
that and rename. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, since everybody's here, we have a lot of questions. And most of them are like, they're geared towards both. I know most of y'all can answer like both questions. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
We starting right now?
No, We're gonna start at 2 on the dot.
Let me put this link in my thing. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Go on that swipe up.
You can send them I'm gonna send you the YouTube link because I
Yeah,
think
I just got it. Cam sent it to me.
let me send it to you.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
I want to send it to somebody. I think the Zoom only gonna let 100 people in.
You can see how many people on here.
Mm-hmm. You can see how many, and see we're gonna do a question part at the end, and we're gonna allow like people to come in and ask like a question, but it'll be one by one.
Only you can see how many people in here.
No, everybody can see how many people in here. If you look at the bottom of the screen, it say participants right there.
Oh, okay. That's why it's just us. I thought that was okay. That makes sense.
That's just us. It's just us.
Mine don't say that.
You click on tap your screen TP, and it should say participants.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. That's hard.
How y'all been doing y'all conference calls this week?
Man, my
man.
shit be on mute. I don't be listening to that shit.
What? Conference call be pointless. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, bro. Conference call for what, bro?
All right, boom. This okay. YouTube is working fine. Okay, cool.
This shit got me turning into an alcoholic.
Why?
You always drink tequila over here, man.
I done fucked around and trying new drugs. Hey, there you go. Get me out this house, man. Got Ant Chain, we got Evo, we got CP, we got Dre, we got Max, but everybody on.
Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, bet. Let me copy this link right quick.
Who all in Atlanta?
Everybody.
Everybody in the
Everybody in Atlanta.
I'm in Nashville.
Who got a haircut? Tell the truth.
Boy, nobody, boy.
Nobody.
Tell the truth. Who got a haircut?
I'm about to get one today.
But I want to try to line myself up a little bit before the shit. I got on lay out.
Post coming in now.
Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Everybody good.
All right.
I think I think we're gonna ask questions. I'm gonna mute the thing, and you guys can click on the screen and unmute yourself. But we're gonna mute, I think, everybody starting off while we ask the questions so that the background noise won't jump it from screen.
Okay, cool.
You gotta back up from that phone, my boy.
I'm trying. Can y'all see me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, whoever that is. I can't see you though.
I got I'm trying to go.
We got Steve over this motherfucker, man. We lit, man. I ain't know who this lit though.
Oh, shit.
I ain't trying to be the new free off 106 Park. Goddamn.
They be hitting me up. They want to know what's going on. Gotta bring it to people right now. We got enough time. Everybody works. We just connecting the light.
I'm finna be in the bit like Stein Garrett.
I don't want nobody to say this.
Nigga real close to the screen like this.
Oh, had his nose in that shit.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh, even though I'm on the grill.
Happy making TikTok.
We need some weed. Hey, call Dill, bro. See if he on start that bullshit.
You know, I joined the CBD wave today.
Huh?
I joined the CBD wave today.
CBD. That's that what that shit. That's, what that shit like, bro?
It feels,
Huh?
it feels great.
What with it?
Yeah, I like it. I thought I wouldn't though.
Where you get that? You can get that shit from smoke shops and shit, right?
Yeah, they got a place called CBD Superstore. It got real dispensary vibes.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't smoke. I heard that shit tastes nasty.
Who said that?
When I went to a smoke shop, I was like, I don't smoke weed, but I might need something to vibe out with. And they was like, yeah, you might not like the taste. They was like, it ain't.
I try this CBD and you'll like it.
CBD.
Yeah.
What the hell that is?
Cannabis, whatever you say it.
Boy, A said if it ain't that Sharp Lotto, he don't know what it is.
A lot of you smoking, boy.
Yeah.
I'm a drinker. I don't really smoke like that.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah, good.
We lit it out.
All right, cool. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming everywhere. I'll let people come in right now. Bring this reason. Questions. Cool.
Okay. Go ahead and start.
He gonna fuck his up by on the cave like that.
So I got a question for y'all, right?
Mm,
If the coronavirus wasn't going on, we'd be at the actual school.
Yes.
It's crazy.
be at school if the corona wasn't going on?
We'd be speaking at the school.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That shit would have been too hard. Damn, man.
It would have been hot, bro.
We gonna run it back for sure.
There's some other stuff like when it's over, like I know for sure that we want to do like some more like one-on-one hands-on type stuff, especially like with producers too, for like actual classes with students and stuff.
Oh wow.
So we trying to work out the kinks with that. And corona threw everything off.
And it's not finna end no time soon either. That make it the worst.
I'm about to mute.
These are the Rona days.
You got it? Okay. Hi guys. We're about to get started. So I'm China. I'm going to be starting off with the questions. So we have a different variation of them. Some of them are targeted more towards the managers and some of them more for the producers, but some can be answered for both. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is gonna be a manager geared question. So what does a producer manager look like, and is it different? Well, from manager artist. So before we even do that, we're just gonna allow everybody to do an introduction of who they are. A producer can say who they work with, some of their credits. The managers can say who their clients are, or if you're just working, you know what you do. So y'all can go ahead and start. You might want to take your thing off of mute.
I got the way first. My name is Kevin Franklin. I'm a senior music business major at Howard University, president of Sunset Paradise Publishing, and here trying to bring creative together and executives together and try to learn. Here we go.
I'm Matt Fulchester. I'm a senior at Elon University, about 15 minutes outside of Greensboro, music production major with a minor in business. Trying to make something, get all the creators in one place and think it's a good showing for the first one.
I'm Sky Polk. I'm a senior mass media arts major at Clark Atlanta University, and I'm one of China's partners for the Creators Hub.
I'm Stephen Dingle, go by Steve-O, music manager, but for the sake of this, the producers I work with is OG Parker and Romano and Snoop. And I went to Clark University.
I'm Buddha Blessings B. I work with Migos, 2 Chainz, Chris Brown. My latest record is Out West by Travis Scott and Thug. Let's go.
I'm Nick. I work with Tay Keith Drum Class. I manage the label. I manage Ivy Beach, our youngest producer. And I do taste.
Who next? I'm D Hill. I'm a producer. I did Future's part of good. I did.
At first and third.
Third too. I forgot about that one.
That's my shit.
Marlo, Future and Lil Baby.
Good. I'm Dre. I manage Lil Nas and a couple of songwriters and producers. Work on the publishing side. I got 2 label situations with Warner and an international company called Avex.
At Chamberlain, producer. My latest record was King Von and Dirt. What else? YouTube Phenomenon for producing. I got like 40,000 subscribers on there. Yeah, we here, we lit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm TP. I manage Jetson Made, Nico Baby, First Class, and PG Raw.
China Kaysen, graduating senior, Clark Atlanta, mass media major. I currently work with Streamcut Media, social and a marketing manager there, and also one of the founders of the Creators Hub. So I'm gonna get right into it. So what does a producer manager look like, and is it different from managing artists? Like, what do you guys' day-to-day, or like, what's the gist of that?
Steve, you want to go first?
I mean, I will. What I like to say is like, with an artist, like the goal is to get fans, right? Like our money is mostly, especially in this climate, well, not this technical one we're in now, but in general, like show money. You know, you want to stream the record. Like you want the artist to be a star, not only with the music, but you know, with themselves. They want to be. That's why we do press. That's why they do the talk shows. That's why they do interviews, etc. But like you got to make sure people, the masses, love the artist. With production and producers, it's like, yeah, they want to be stars. Don't get me wrong. Like producers should get all the credit and all the shine. But it's like, in order for them to be successful, I don't have to focus on the masses liking them. I just got to get them in the room with the talent, with the artists, and make the records. Like if a producer never does an interview, never does press, but has hits, they're successful. Like an artist can't have a hit without the people, but a producer can be successful without being known. So my job is getting them in the room with that talent to make sure we get hit records first. And then from there, you can become a star doing your interviews, your press. But that's the difference. With an artist, you got to focus on getting the masses. With a producer, I'm focused on getting you in the room with these artists, other songwriters, other producers, so we can get these hits. And that's how I look at the difference.
Yeah.
TV, you almost.
Nah, he said everything. Like, that's exactly right. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So more so for the producers. So is there a difference between a producer and a beat maker? And if so, like what's the difference?
I mean, I guess like a producer probably somebody that get in the studio and know how to give direction and know how to, you know, put people together to make the best beat possible. But I feel like a beat maker is probably just somebody that probably just sit in his studio and cook up and send out beats on email. I would imagine. You know, I don't like when people use terms like that, like beat maker, producer, loop producer, who don't use loops. I don't really like all that. Because people try to use to throw shade. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time it's used to throw shade.
I feel like he was right. The difference between a producer and a beat maker. I mean, nowadays it's a little different now because back in the day, you know what I'm saying, the artists, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't crabbing on the producer. I feel like most of the artists, they kind of don't give their producer that shine. You know what I'm saying? They let you have your tag, but Pharrell used to have that shine on them records. You know what I'm saying? Kanye used to have the shine on them records. Like, it's on the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck tag, his voice was in, you know what I'm saying? Or because he came up with a hook, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, everything is so fast, the microwave, everyone to email, everybody sitting at home to record themselves. So it just be like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody's a producer. I'm trying to take that beat maker thing. But I mean, I have records I produced. I have records I was, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all producer, but it's like, you can't say somebody is not a producer because they ain't got a chance to have be in there with the artist yet, because that's not how the artist works. You know what I'm saying? Say if a producer get on through whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say NBA Youngboy. He just ain't having people over. I work with Youngboy. He just ain't having niggas over his shoulder like that. That nigga wanted me to lead a session. He like, it'll be hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just his process though. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't, you know what I'm saying? You gonna say I didn't produce a hit will make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I produced that motherfucker. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So how important, you talked about, like, you know, knowing when the producer did something, like how important is it to get the credit? Or even more so, like TP, you was talking about, you know, you selling beat with none of the tag ain't on there. So how important, like do you think it's something that the artists always want, like for the tag to be on there? Or producers, is it important for you to say, oh, I made this beat, or my tag gotta be on there? And managers, is it like, oh, you're not getting a beat with the tag, or you getting a beat with the tag? How that work?
It depends on the situation. Like, it's all situational. Like if sometimes producers make beats and they hate the beat or they hate the song. So it's like, man, take my tag off of it. So, you know, or sometimes the artist might not like the tag. He don't like how the tag come in or how the tag sounds. So they say, I want to take the tag off. You know, it's all a give and take, because everybody involved so creative and got a vision for whatever how they want the art to sound at the final product. So I don't really see the tag as being a big deal once the producer already established. I feel like a tag is a big thing in the beginning to get them a name. But once you know and got hits, it's like, you know, it's just another hit in your catalog. Your tag on there, or if it's not, people gonna still know it's you because they know your sound.
Yeah, yours mute. I see you talking. You just muted it back.
Oh, there we go. Like for Life is Good, my tag wasn't on there because of how the song came in. But I wouldn't say that the tag is definitely important for building your brand. Hold on. Y'all hear me? But yeah, if the song do good enough, people gonna know who made the beat. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily a necessity, I guess you could say.
I don't think it's a necessity. I don't think it's a necessity either, but it does help a lot.
It does.
People establishing, like, when they hear that with hit records, you got a hit record. It's like, I heard that when that hit record, I had all that vibe I heard. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say I don't like is when it's 4 producers on the beat and everybody throw their tag on it. Like, that'd be crazy. Like, it'd be overkill. Like, sometimes you gotta just do it for the sound too. Like, sometimes you gotta just do it for the sound. Like, me, OG Parker, and Earl, we made Frosted Flake. And I ended up winning. We was in the session with Frosted Flake Migos. We was in the session. We were like, bro, we ain't put no tag on that one. We going crazy. Earl on the beat, OG Parker. Bless this beat. Like, God damn. You gotta do it for the sound though. A lot of R&B artists don't like it too. I thought Chris Brown was gonna take that shit out.
But a lot of R&B artists, a lot of times that's just more of like you really don't just hear tags in R&B art, like records like that.
Yeah.
If Rihanna took my tag off, I wouldn't hate.
Nah, for real.
You tripping on that?
So, do managers find producers, or is the producer supposed to like let the manager come find them? And how essential is it for a producer to have a manager starting off early in their career?
I guess I could speak on that. Having a manager is definitely beneficial. Like, for one, there has to be trust there. You don't want to just have somebody handle your business who don't even know what they're doing. And I would say it could help in the beginning, but you also have something to manage. Like, I'm pretty sure a manager wants to have something to manage. Right. So whenever it gets to that point, it's really required. But other than that, if you got nothing to manage, what's the point of having a manager? You know?
Yeah. I agree.
My bad.
Oh, no, I would say, I definitely agree. There's a lot of young producers out there that always say they need a manager. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, they ain't really got nothing to manage. They kind of just want to get in on your relationships and want you to just throw them in the room, But, in my experience with Digital Nas, I teach music production out here at all the high schools and that. So, he was my student. So, Nas, he had a lot of relationships, and that's where I feel like a lot of young producers don't really understand. Having those relationships would be the key, so a manager, like I said, once you get those relationships, you start using it and start rolling, then you probably do need a manager because now you got paperwork to think about, publishing to think about, splits and all this crazy stuff. Meanwhile, you just pick up.
Yeah, like when it came to Parker, and like, I used to manage OG Macko and TP was around those days, and Parker and Deco were always around. But like Parker asked me shortly, like after about a year managing OG Macko, he was like, yo, I need a manager. He didn't even have any places besides OG Macko. I never worked with a producer. And I was like, bro, I can't do nothing for you because I don't know this side of, like, I don't know, I'm not confident to like, as I am with artists, with the producer. But as I manage Macko, it's like all the A&Rs who wanted to sign them and like relationships I was building, it was like, you got record, you got beats, you got songs with hooks. Like, and I went back to Parker like, hey, people are asking now, so I got work for you. And that's how we got together because I was just like, look, I never done it, but now I can physically say, or definitely say, I have work for you. And therefore, and I always thought it was dope. That wasn't the question. I just didn't want to mislead them and like and be irresponsible. So once I knew work was coming in, and I knew the business. So that was just, we just locked back and we knew each other for a year or so anyway, rocking with Macko. So it was easy to just like come together and grow together. So.
Yeah, cause I pushed up on Jetson out the blue. Like I was this was back when I was managing Nudie, and Nudie wanted to go a different direction for Slime Ball 3. He didn't really want to use a lot of Pierre beats, so I went back through his old projects and I just sat and I was trying to find who was the other producers that was making like the best songs on the old projects, and that's how I found Jetson. So I just went and found his Instagram and was like, bro, like what you been doing? You make beats still? Like I need to get a pack from you. He sent me a pack of beats. Them bitches was so hard, bro. I rode around to them beats for like 2 weeks in my car, just playing the beat back. So then, I sent the beats to Nudie. He made Zone 6, and I had told Jetson, I was like, bro, come to Atlanta. You got to hear this shit, bro, made. And then, like over the course of like a couple of weeks, we got into talking about like me managing them, but it was like, yeah, like I feel like it go both ways. Like, shit, if as a producer you see somebody around you feel like can help you, like tell them. Or like if you as a man see somebody you feel like got talent, tell them. Cause shit, somebody got to say something.
Right.
Somebody got to pop it off.
Right. My perspective was like I met my manager like in my neighborhood. Like we both like was just kid. He was my friend, my homie. I would make beats for him, but he started managing them. And then but I was young, like 18, 19. And it just started from there. It wasn't even always just a weird. It wasn't even a conversation at first. It was just work. I seen somebody was working, I was working. We'll go out to clubs, Even when he stopped managing him, it was just like a mutual grind, You just had that understanding, you know what I'm saying? And really just when I started to blow and everything, I would take him with me and I'd be like, yeah, my manager. And he wasn't even like really officially my manager yet. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, my manager. And he'd be like, I kind of just threw it on him, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, you're not supposed to handle business yourself. But I was young, you know what I'm saying? And ever since then, we rocked. Like they ain't even no contract with us. No contract can make it stronger, man. You feel me? It's just like, that's just how it worked. And it blow up and we brought placements and brought this, but it's like, that's just getting my perspective of it. It's just like all about where you at in your life, or you seeing different things, or it may not be good. You may not need a manager. You need a manager. It may just be something, you know what I'm saying? So, but just finding the right person, because that person, your manager, is always like around you, dealing with your day to day, and it's like your second voice, really your voice when you talk to people and stuff like that.
So when do you find a lawyer?
Immediately.
Hey, voice coming in. Immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, everybody, I know it lawyerly looks scary, like, oh my God, a lawyer gonna cost, it ain't that much. They just want 5% or something, or you can pay like it ain't that much crazy just to get your legal straight, bro. Just for a good lawyer to go over stuff, man. And folks be thinking that's just be crazy ideal. Like, let's go, bro.
Facts. I think a lot of producers should know. Like I always get this question: what if I don't have money to pay for a lawyer? Like Buddha just said, they take a percentage. It's not necessarily you got to come out of pocket and pay him. Obviously, if the contract dealing with money, he gonna want to get on it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they gonna take a percentage. It's never upfront most of the time.
All right. And it's good to let them have that percentage, man. Your business right, man. You straight. Whatever money come down in line coming to you, it ain't going to him or them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give them a little 5, a couple percent. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy. Shit. Just add them shit, right? You have to pay it anyway.
Yeah.
For sure.
So how do you go about getting placements? Is that something that's more so on the producer, or does the manager put that into play? How does that work?
However, God bless you to have a big hit or whatever, I don't know, whatever you take, because people get on different ways. But say how you get a hit or whatever the case is, say just one hit, I feel like it's on really both. It's really on everybody. And really, it's on the producer more. Like, you the star in the situation. Like, you the hot commodity. You got to tag out there. You got to go work that shit. You just can't, you just can't sit back. Well, I'm going to smoke. I'm just going to chill and make my little beats. You got to go, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more on the producer, but I feel like both of them shit. But that's just how I feel.
I feel as if it's different for every producer of how they get placements. Because you got some producers like IJU Buddha, for example, who been in the game so long and he already has established himself and he got connections and things like that. So he already, the artist asking him for the emails and he doing what he need to do to send them out and stuff like that. So like people, I use myself for example, like I used to just send to smaller artists. Like that was my strategy, send to the smaller artists who know the bigger artists. And then once I made connections like that, then it was all right. Now I'm working with the bigger artists, and now I got even a new strategy of just working on YouTube, because that's where my strategy now is. Let's focus on building the smaller artists to make bigger artists, because you got so many of these people that came off of the internet. You got people like TJ, Polo G, you know what I'm saying? Artists like that who really came, Rod Wave, they came off of finding their beats on the internet and stuff like that. So it's just different. It's different avenues for every producer. Like you might just be around Atlanta and go to a studio and, you know what I'm saying? They at the studio. Now guess what? You the producer, they might need beats. So you already there in person to give it to them. So it's really just different for every producer, because I know some producers are just producers who are really good at making melody. So they might send melodies to, who can I use for example? Like Jetson. Jetson got a good team of producers who do that. So like, it's just different avenues for every producer. Every producer does not have the same strategy to get placements. And that's what I try to explain to people all the time, because some producers might get frustrated and you just got to tell them like, you got to find your own lane or your own avenue to get your music out there, because everybody's not the same. I can't go do the same things that D Hill do, Well, I can't go do the same things that Buddha do. You know, I'm my own person, so I got to get my place and how I'm gonna get it. So that's what I be telling people. Like, just find your own lane, find your own strategy.
That's a key strategy too. What you just said, as far as working with smaller artists, and then eventually you're gonna put the bug in the right person there. For instance, like with relationship with Future, I get a question probably 1,000 times. Do that, and it's basically just from working with an artist who was around Future, which was Guap Tarantino. A lot of people didn't know about him at the time, but just through building my relationship with him, which was started on Instagram, by the way, you never be afraid to reach out to people. You never know who's gonna respond. Everybody checks their DMs, no matter how many followers they got, and I'm pretty sure y'all can attest to that. So it's just really about I try to look at it like what's the best way to get my product out there to artists, and you reach out,
Relationship.
email, and go for that.
I feel like it's a 50-50 thing too. Like your relationships, your manager have, and then the producers, they like I work a little different. I have Ivy, he makes like hella beats and shit. So like Ivy, he's still in high school, but like we signed him when he was like 15 to 16 years old. So he really didn't have time to travel and shit like me and Take had like the time we had. So I mean he was making beats and then I was going out getting relationships, networking and stuff with Take Keith and just getting him placements like it. That's kind of how Ivy kind of got his foot in the door. But now he's building his name and work ethic and stuff like that too. So I mean, it's different stores, different. Everybody got a different store.
Now, like I think especially for the producers when they like, it's you guys can kind of work with the artists. You mostly have more hands-on experience with them. So if artists want to reach out to you, how do they go about that? Do you like accept stuff from like smaller artists? Like, are you willing to send stuff to smaller artists and work with them, or is it like a certain bracket you work in now?
It's really all about that approach. You don't for an artist, you don't never want to hit up a producer and be like, yo, or less work. Don't just say that. Like, it's always good to give an introduction and then, go about what you want to say. It's just about, there's a certain level of professionalism I expect when an artist trying to reach out. And if their artist, if their manager reaches out, they already know that. But a lot of times artists don't necessarily, especially smaller artists, they don't know how to necessarily approach somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that approach to me.
I had approached my muted.
Now we hear you.
I had approached No Cap before he blew up, and we had Ivy Beats. We had him just working, like doing a lot of work with No Cap, and shit. He ended up blowing up, and the numbers just started building. So your approach it mean a lot, and it's just where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, check my DMs or like looking like I look on Twitter. A lot of like producers and artists, they like flood, they reply, and flood the replies and stuff.
Hello.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Can your question went out a little bit? I ain't hear it.
I was saying, like, when you guys check your DMs and look at your replies on Twitter and stuff, I know a lot of artists and producers, they have a way of like, they want to flood your DMs and they flooding your comments. You guys actually look at it?
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Never be annoying. Like, there's a difference between following up and blowing somebody up. This like I literally had to follow up with an artist manager, and they reached out to me first, and I followed up. So you gotta think people. For one, people DM requests be full. I honestly say I check my DM requests. You never know what's in there. You never know. I think that's really important. I always look at my Twitter replies. I want to engage. I want to see who's engaged with content. I want to know who's trying to reach out to me. So I always check that type of stuff.
Okay, so next question is, how do producers get paid?
It's a million ways.
Nowadays streaming is crazy. Streaming is crazy right now. Licensing to be on video, be on like 2 Chainz and Quavo, they get a lot of NBA licensing. like for like games and stuff. So I get a lot of you get a lot of checks just to use that. Got some on Madden, like licensing is big too. That streaming game is crazy right now, man. I got producers eating like back maybe like let's say 2012, 2013, when live mixtapes, like my live mixtapes was like shit like that. Live mixtape, my mixtapes, that was the shit niggas was going on to listen to Dream Chasers album, all the Meek album, all of the big mixtape, all the Future shit. That wouldn't even counted as stream. Like that was just producers like hoping that one off of there makes to be a single on an album or something, or you know what I'm saying? But now every day, like now everything like is accounted for. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was fucked up back then, boy.
But I'm telling you, boy. You know how many folks supposed to just be like out of here, producers I can name that just had placements that's like shit, crazy shit. Like at least as far as what I was listening to, you know what I'm saying? But it's a blessing that I kind of came up in the right time that I did. Like I literally started like the stream, like when streaming, like probably like 15, 16, that's when I got on. That's when just streaming was just like, and it's just like, cause some money, there's a lot of ways to get paid.
Can't forget about the producer fee too. That
fee is.
You know what I'm saying? the
we need that.
the advance for the beat. That's where the lawyer comes in. That you want to make. I mean, they gonna break like when they reach out to you, they either gonna it depends. Okay, like for my situation, I did a song on one of Collision's projects, and this is before I was informed. I didn't know, so I'm thinking it's my first time. They offered me such and such. I didn't too much go back and forth. I was like, okay, because I'm just not coming in the game. But now when they reach back out to me, they might ask me what's my fee, or they might tell me the budget. So then we can leverage it off of that. But that's another way.
Me and D Hill, I was managing Collision, so we know that's exactly how I go. If they want to be with D Hill now, it definitely ain't gonna be that same way. People like that's the perfect example.
Yep.
Okay, so I know Buddha talked about licensing. So what is publishing and what does that look like for a producer?
Oh shit.
And then
it look like your numbers. It look like your numbers.
And what is a publishing deal look like for a producer? This is a question from the audience.
A publishing deal is basically like an artist signing his record deal. More or less, that's your publishing deal. Your publisher supposed to be your label. Like that's who's supposed to be able to get your beats out, to help you get with songwriters, get with artists, get you in the room. They're supposed to just expand on everything that you already been doing to get to where you at. So like I look at it like from somebody that came from managing artists, I look at it like, oh, okay, so this is basically the deal. Like this is the record deal for producers.
Facts. Like with me being with Universal Music Publishing, it's like they offer their services and their help. It's really I like it because it's a team effort in a way. Even though I'm yet to get a placement through my pub, everything I do is kind of my own footwork. But I'm never against reaching out to my pub and saying, "Hey, y'all got any who working? Like who need beats?" And they actually call me all the time and, "Hey, can you send beats to these artists?" I'm over here telling them, "Now I got this going on right now." Like I get to that when I can, but they definitely do help. And I actually learned this from my publisher. He told me, like when people complain about their pub deals, it's because of really a lack of their own footwork. You still, no matter even for an artist, if you just because you have a deal don't mean you don't got work. You still got to really get more footwork because now you owe them folks. So right, like I took a small advance because I knew what I was capable of, like with myself. I knew, okay, I know miraculously somehow I'm gonna make a damn hit. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It makes sense. But yeah, that's like what TP said. That's really what it is for producers. It's like producers.
Yeah, that publishing shit get deep, boy. You know,
I personally never felt comfortable taking a pub deal. I got off the pub deal. I started getting like records like in like 2016. I did mine like the end of the last year, 2020. Like I just did it with Sony. I never felt comfortable. And I used to get offers all the time. I never felt comfortable doing that, knowing I can't go get it back on my own. Yeah, I got the bag, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like I don't even want to like. I'm just so, I guess you take bullheaded or whatever you want to call it. I just want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I use y'all, which I use y'all for. You know what I'm saying? I feel comfortable more like, okay, I know I got this going on. I know I can walk in on his album. I know I can walk in on his album. I know I can walk in on his album. I know I can walk in on his album with a phone call. I feel comfortable with that now. So like, I say 4 years into, like 3.5, 4 years in, I felt comfortable doing that. You know what I'm saying? So really, I feel like you got to use when you go into a pub situation or a situation with anybody, you got to really feel out what you need them for and what you know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel comfortable doing it until I felt like I know I can do, like, I can do this. I know me. Now I don't have to, okay, get this money and just like, okay, you going to help me? How we going to do this? You going to help me? You said you going to help me.
It don't work like that. A lot of people think that's how it works. It don't work like that.
Yeah,
they
right.
want you what you doing for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like if you just ain't, I mean, we can't control when music come out, but as long as you got that motion and you keep in contact with them, letting them know, like I always let them know, just to show them folk this ain't a game. I always let them know, okay, this about to come out. Then got this, but really me personally, I might not want to, like me going to California, for instance, I might not want to come out of pocket for that. They can pay for that. And then it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do it for. And I'm not saying I won't take their help, because they always try to offer me sessions with different artists and stuff. I'm not on that right now. I know what I'm doing in my plan right now. You know what I mean?
Right. My little sessions be whack as hell too, boy. That shit be lame, boy.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
Them sessions be lame as some more.
They the lamest sessions, bro.
They put you in the writing room.
In the writing room. Yeah, in the writing room. Boy.
I can't get the big speakers with the cookies and stuff. Oh,
man.
Look, I don't want to get too deep down the publisher rabbit hole, but I'll just say for people that like, it's best to understand the difference between a co-pub deal and the admin deal. And then also, I don't know, I'm saying, publisher, we need to be speaking for 2 hours, 3 hours about this. So, and then like, also when you do those deals and your splits that you do with them publishers, you got to think about what that look like on your split sheet with BMI, ASCAP, or a CSAT, because then if you want to, because you get advances from them too, but they gonna give you an advance based on, they only can recoup your percentage. So if you do a 50-50 deal, that's, you know, I don't know if that's considered normal, but like, okay, if you want a $150,000 advance, we're gonna recoup that pretty fast because we getting 50%, it's gonna come to us first. But if you do a deal to where you only getting 5% of your publishing, you ain't even gonna be able to ask ASCAP for an advance, and they gonna be like, damn, bro, you only getting 5%. And then if you got a co-producer on the record, you only getting 5%, you only getting 5% of that record. So
yeah.
People got to think about that too. So I don't want to go too deep, because like I said, this shit get deep, but I just
you talking about splits and stuff on it. So how do y'all determine like who get the split, like who get what split on it, especially when you collabing with other producers?
Man, most of the time, niggas really, I mean, honestly, truly, I don't know if everybody do this, but like this is what we do. Like, man, just bust that shit down evenly. Cause once you start getting into all that, I did this, I did more. That's when niggas start feeling tried, and that shit get real. Like, you might want to bust that shit down. If it's 3 producers, 16.6 for everybody.
Hey, I'm sorry. This one thing, everybody, look, I'm with that. I'm with that, because most likely producers ain't working with niggas they ain't cool with. So I'm with that. But I'm sorry, and I know some niggas gonna hate me. Them loop niggas who just sit across the country, or they just sit in the garage and you just send it. I'm not saying you ain't dope. I ain't saying you ain't do the work. But when we out here in the streets, like my network brings value to Parker and Romano, and you know what I'm saying. Like Parker, he built up his name to get in these rooms. So it's like, you ain't getting the same percentage as them. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah. I agree with Steve.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, you ain't able to just send the loop, and you have to be, because like you gotta consider what work. Like if D Hill got a relationship with Future, and then a nigga from fucking Argentina send him a loop. Yeah, you might have to beat with D Hill, but D Hill put in the grind. I seen him grind at QC. Like I seen him. Like you gotta consider that. Like he didn't get that room with you just because he randomly popped up. That's work. So I just don't feel the niggas who just get to sit in their house and just email loops all day. I don't care if you did have it. I personally don't. Like, that's just me. I ain't hating on them. I love them. They talented, but that's where I draw the line on that. But everything else, bust it down.
That's why I like what you just said, Steve-O. I only collaborate with producers I'm cool with.
Mhm.
Like if we can't collaborate in person, I really just don't want to do it.
Hey, real
Mhm.
talk.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like I won't use a loop because I used loop before but it's from Jazz, but hit him with Jazz assigned me. So it's not that I don't like getting into. I've had a situation before where a placement came and it was like I went and got it, you know what I'm saying, and I went and busted down, you know what I'm saying, like in the middle. But when stuff started happening, the person who got it, they didn't even know. They was just like went up on. It's just like what the hell, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it just get real. It's like I see that get real tender and it get real funny. It get right when everybody's starting to feel like, or folks don't even be knowing their business, or it's just get real funny. So I always just say, but I would say down the middle. But like I said, I don't make beats with nobody. I don't just be like, y'all send me packs. Like I get 1,000 DMs every day. Like, can I see you this guitar lick? Can I see? It'd be like that shit might be hard, but like it be some weird shit going on after. But I ain't got time for that person.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So let's talk about points. So what are points on a record?
Points most of the time, like on a record standard is 3 points on a record. Most of the time it'd be 3 points. If it go gold, it goes to 3.5. It escalates. It goes up. At least I know on my contracts.
Yeah, that's right for the most part.
Yeah,
Points to track the I don't want to call it cash value. The points represent, like when you watch a TLC documentary, Left Eye said a point is 8 cents a point. And I'm saying every album has 100 points, but then tracks got points to it's usually 3 to 4 dedicated to a producer. So that's when your mechanical royalty, when the record sells, like those 1,500 streams equal 1 sale, or somebody purchases a song like that, you get whatever your points represent. Like if it's 5 cents, 8 cents, whatever, that's how much you get paid per sale. So that's also like Buddha said in your contract. That's either where you adjust it per track or you have a set thing with your publisher, whatever. But it's in the contract where it determines how much points you get. Like I said, that represents not a cash value, but that tells you how much you should be paid for mechanical royalties.
Right. So what do you guys think? We just talked about it a little bit. What do you think about like collaborations in the game right now, especially amongst producers? Like I was on a live before with Serge Duran, and they were talking about how the game's kind of like the NBA right now. So do you think like it's important for a producer to have that one artist that they essentially like build up and they help grow up, or is the collaboration like the new way to go?
Yeah, collaboration, like it's from a producer standpoint. I'm like lately I've been treating collaborations how rappers treat features. You know what I'm saying? Like Future threw Lil Baby and the Baby on Life Is Good remix. That's a good look. That's you can bring together two audiences. You know what I'm saying? So for my standpoint as a producer, yeah, like for let's say me and Buddha collab, we talked about it. We definitely got to do it. So he like the relationships he has aren't the relationships I have. Even though we might have mutual relationships, we got to bring it together so we can both win. You feel me? So collaboration is definitely key. I don't know the same artist he know. He don't know the same artist I know, or might not. So why not put it together and we just go crazy together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. I definitely agree 100% with what he said. And another thing is like I go off like vibes too. You know what I'm saying? Like I just ain't be like woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? It's still a vibe. It's still, you know what I'm saying? Still talking to folks, building. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you like DL, you hot right now. You feel me? Like you #2 on Billboard, bro. You feel me? Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? We like gotta work. I ain't even just try to just jumping on. I'm let you go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even be nothing. You saying sometimes you gotta let folks have their hot run. They gotta let their hot run, get their whatever you call it. So the key, hey, bro, that shit hard. Like at first and third came out, they got told fuck that shit every day. Hit you, bro. You saying that shit hard, bro. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let folks have it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just building on that and building on that. Then when you get to it, it's just like you already got that vibe there. When you go cook up, it's like boom, let's go. Yeah, but it's like you treat it like features though. Exactly. You say still business. You still like boom. Like we need a goddamn NBA YoungBoy Future record.
Oh yeah, that's so what
you feel me? Like that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, facts.
That's gonna be hard as fuck, nigga. Like exactly, still business though. You feel me?
For the manager
even
side,
even in being cool and having fun, you know, chopping up, going to the club, fuck around, all that shit.
look, as a manager, my thing is like you never want to get in the way of the art. Like, so I won't ever tell a client of mine, I don't care if it's 6 producers on the beat, I'm never gonna tell them not to collab. Like, that's whatever makes the best record, we all win. But as a manager, it is my job to tell you, with all them niggas on the beat, it may take a little longer to get out that publishing deal.
Yeah.
So, ASCAP, man. I don't care that you do it, but it's my job to let you know, like, don't complain when you in your publishing deal for 4 years when it's only supposed to be 2, when you done collab with 6 niggas on the beat and you only getting 2% of the record. Like, I don't care that you do it. As long as my client knows that, then we rock it. Collab with 10 niggas. I don't give a fuck. But as a manager, it's like, I always gotta let them know, like, you can have a #1 hit. When you getting 2%, yeah, it's lit, but it's like, don't be like, why not have my publishing deal yet? Nigga, it's 5 niggas on the beat, bro. Like,
That's the thing too about this. They go back to the loop situation. I really wanted to make sure with my particular situation, I can collaborate with a lot of people, but I need to make sure I ain't in this damn deal for 10 years or 5 years. I need to make sure I got I'm doing on my pad so I can get in and get out and, you know, get a bigger bag or whatever the situation may be.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a key factor too. I wasn't thinking about that, like the collaboration part. That shit affect the person, the producer.
And then too, like some of them loop niggas be eating, boy. Like
I ain't going for it.
nigga, y'all ever use the QB's loop?
Yeah, I had it, but I know people who have.
Don't play with them folks, boy. Them folks don't play.
Boy, we kill it.
One thing, hey, look, this is the question I have. Q Beats done seen a lot of loops. It's like a bunch of like loop makers, like, because I was just about to say something about this. You said something. Are they going to work the record? Are they going to work the beat? Or are they just like send the loops in wherever, like this to everybody who, I don't know, because I never use it. I'm saying, like, are they like, when they send you a loops, are you sending it back to them? And they like, oh, okay, we can send this to wah. Or is it like
sending that? I'm gonna tell you how I know. I was in the Cheese Beats. I was discussing it with Cheese. Really, the loop producers, it's okay, supply and demand, right? Like just how us producers, I got a lot of beats, but I might have to send the same beats to multiple artists to get my product out. Right. So they do it the same way. They send their loops to many producers. Yeah. And sometimes you might get a song that sounds like it's the same beat. Nah, it comes from the same loop maker. You feel me? Right. And like they'll just approach you and the same pack they sent you, they send it to every other producer who they know can get placements. Mm-hmm. They put it all on you to get their placement.
That's why they don't need that same. I don't care if it's like D Hill and QB. I don't think they deserve 25, 50, because like that ain't fair. Like it just ain't fair to me. D Hill out here grinding, putting in his work. You get to sit at home and just email, just like, because this is my thing too. If it's 2 producers, cool. Like y'all homies, he signed to you. Y'all know each other. Y'all in the same room. That's cool. But this is my thing. Q Beats is on Bad and Bougie. Niggas ain't calling for Q Beats for another record. They calling Metro.
You right.
Yeah. Metro put that work in. Not saying Q Beats didn't affect the record. God bless them and y'all don't. But it's Metro. They know Metro outside. And like Bad and Bougie could have happened without Q Beats. Bad and Bougie can't happen without Metro. And that's my thing with these loop niggas. Like, I'm not dismissing their talent, but if you ain't outside too, nobody ain't calling y'all phone for y'all beats. And nobody wants Q beats. You know?
Right. Yeah.
I'm saying on them niggas directly. I'm talking about all them niggas. They just probably the most famous ones. But that be my quarrel with it. Like, I can't stand it. We out here grinding, putting sweat and tears, using our gas money, using our budgets for the publishers to fly here, fly there. Just get to sit in their house and email. That's it. That's cap. I'm not going for it. I'll give you your 15, 20, but you ain't getting 25 split even.
Oh, nah.
Hey, you got it. Cause look, they be coming in on the feed too, boy. Them niggas might say, "Oh, are you getting 25,000? We need 15,000." I'll be like, boy, y'all
crazy.
Hey, look, and another thing, it'd be all about the understanding before too. Like, that's just what handling business. Like you send me a pack because I've got a QB's. I mean, where I know many producers that probably got QB's loops, but it's like that understanding. Like, okay, I use these loops and they get placed. What's the understanding? We got to get the understanding after. It's always better to get the understanding before with anything, with anybody, with any relationship. anywhere, damn really. But
Yeah.
like in that understanding, like, okay, so what's happening if this is and that? And if you ain't comfortable with it before it take off, the damn sure ain't gonna be comfortable with it for it after, but it's gonna be too late, that strong arm you or whatever. If the record, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how it goes.
Facts.
For the
What Buddha said.
for everybody too, it was like the first, like what was the song for you guys that was like essential, like it kind of helped with your growth, or like when was the first time you knew you had a hit? And like man, like when was the first time you heard it from your artist? Like, oh, this the one.
You know, you got different levels of hits. Like
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Ironic from Cash Out with Collision, that went crazy. Then you got a hit like Life Is Good. So it's different levels of what you consider a hit.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. But all of it is important because at the end of the day, it's about their catalog. Nobody just wants to have a hit and that's it. You want to see it like it's about their catalog at the end of the day. So it's some producers, they might not have a hit yet, but they got an extensive catalog and they solidified in the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause I ain't went gold yet. I ain't even went gold yet. I got a big following for a producer because I just got a catalog and the things I'm doing. Like sometimes when you in that position, you're eventually gonna get a big record. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You meet
For
more
sure.
people, your sound out there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be patient with it because that's how I am now. Like I don't have a gold record or anything like that, but I'm not hurting. I get placements all the time, literally almost every week. Like it's just building a catalog. That's what it's all about.
That Tootsie record on the way, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Exactly. Like that, man. Like, and that come from, like I said, off the internet. I met him off the internet. And then I've had faith in him. And he came to me one day, he like, bro, we got one. Like, and when he put it out there, it did numbers. Like it's gonna be at 5 million right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he independent, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about that catalog, man. Like, it's all about the catalog. And when you do things like that, you have a connection with the artists that producers don't have because y'all came from the bottom up.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just better. It's better that way. That's how I feel. It's better that way.
As a manager, like, it's nothing like in this business because we not the talent per se. Like, it's nothing like finding these checkpoints and be like, damn, we doing a good job of this shit. So, like, when I got with Parker, you know, my first thing was like, okay, send the beats to the label people who I know been asking, and then let me see all the artists I know. So I remember I was in the studio with him, and I posted a picture, like, of an Instagram video in the studio, and KK hit me, and then my boy, he was just like, who that? And I was like, oh, producer I'm working with. And I sent him some beats, and that's how 100 happened. So that was Parker, like, first major placement outside of Mako and OGG stuff, and Q, maybe Q, I don't know if he had QC records then, I don't think so. Like, he had them, they went out with Rich Kid and Cinco. But yeah, I sent a pack over to K-Camp, and then the next album, 100, and then, you know, Fetty Wap pops on the remix when he was on fire, and that's, you know, from there, it just keeps going. But for me, especially getting that place as a manager, because Parker get a lot of his records placed, like he always been like active, but like as a manager, that was just like, okay, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, that K-Camp Fetty Wap, and it's officially gold. Like, so that's like my first gold record where, like, you know, I'm big on, like, if Parker placed it, it's a team effort. But like I said, that one just means something to me because, like, I actually placed it. But so just that was
yeah. Nah, I feel the same way, Steve. It's like yeah, like the baby ones, like Justin did all the baby ones, so it's like those are cool, dope. I love them, but like most of them other ones, it's like, yeah, we did them bitches together. Like I probably was texting Cardi beats for 2 years, like trying to get him to get on the beat, and he finally, you know what I'm saying? So like that should take a long time. Cause then like when you say like a producer need a hit, it's like D Hill said, it's levels to hit. Cause when Justin have nothing and like he did the Zone 6 with Nudie, it's like that gave him a little buzz in Atlanta to where like Lil Key, Got It, Maul, like, you know what I'm saying, Tip, they wanted to work with him because like, oh, you did brush shit, yeah, boy, you hard, come talk with me. So it's like Zone 6 might not have been no big Billboard hit, but it was a hit of enough of a hit song to get some motion.
Real talk.
Yeah, I'm on the same way too. Like, you know, like my guy Nas, we ain't never had no 3-time platinum record and, you know, all that crazy shit. But some of the records, you know, he came up with Lil Yachty, you know, he came up with Playboy Cardi and all of them. But our big record was when A$AP Rocky came to the session and hopped on Mattress with A$AP Ferg. Like, you know, it went gold November and shit like that. But like from a manager side, man, I look at those publishing checks and like, damn, like, you know, that shit gets streamed overseas, it being them syncs, them video games, movies. And you look at the pub checks and you like, shit, like, nigga, I can give a fuck with Spotify streaming check. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just from a management standpoint. So, you know, like a hit is kind of like, yeah, of course, everybody wants that diamond record, that, you know, super platinum record, but just from all sides, you know, I'm looking at it, you know, from every angle.
The catalog, man, you gotta have, like, it's a lot of producers, they got, I don't know, but it's probably producers out there, and I know it is because there's a lot of producers that reach out on Twitter. They might say, hey, bro, they reaching out to me trying to work, but I look at their bio, this is before anything I had really got certified as gold or platinum, and they looking at it like, I'm looking at their bio, we say multi-platinum producer and this and that, but obviously they focus on continuing to build their catalog. That's why they reaching out to me. So it's about their catalog at the end of the day. Like Ant said, if your catalog is expensive, you gonna fuck around and get a hit. Like Cassius J fucked around and got a hit with Roddy Ricch on that I just been balling out every season. But like Cassius J before that song, his catalog is extensive. It's just about that catalog, a hit gonna come.
Okay, so we're gonna accept some audience questions now. We're gonna bring them in on the chat. So yeah, state your name and like what you do and ask your question.
My name is KD, creative consultant, work with different artists, helping with branding as far as videography, photography, production. And I have a quick question. I know you guys all have artists underneath your belt. My question is, after an artist blows, I mean, not an artist, but like a producer or artist blows up and they have like that year run, how do you maintain that fire and keep it going so they don't fade out in like the next 6 months? Because nowadays things are here today, gone tomorrow. How do you maintain that over the year and like over a period of time?
I feel like you said an artist or a producer.
Either one. I mean, you could answer each one because I know it has different answers. So both, really.
I mean, an artist, man, shit, they gotta be in people's face. Like, they gotta consistently put out good music, be in people's face. Well, not even really be in people's face, but just, you know, whatever the artist did to get to that point, they gotta keep that up. Like, cause Nudie was never the big guy that be in people's face all the time, like always doing shit on the internet. But like, bro, drop something, his fans know like that's Nudie. Like I'm about to get a good Nudie project. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not the hit singles nigga. He the good project. Like, he don't got no bad project. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever you did for your people to gravitate towards you.
Consistency.
That up.
Yeah,
That's be consistent. That's all that really is. Like, as long as you're doing you, like, if you ain't
Got
coming
another
in,
question from. Oh, you finished that.
Okay. Like what I'm about to say, like the only thing is that what make it hard is if you came in doing something that wasn't you. Like if you came in on some gimmick shit or some I'm trying something new and this ain't me and that worked for you, then it get difficult. Like, damn, that ain't even me. But that's how I got in, so I kind of gotta keep doing that. Like, other than that though, like just do you.
Because I look at it like this, like you got different artists got their different followings like that. Like young Nudie fans, it ain't no in between. Either you fuck with Nudie or you don't. Like
right.
If you fuck with Nudie, you fuck with Nudie. Like Playboy Cardi and Uzi, like they got their followings. You know what I'm saying? And then you got artists like the Baby, who you know generally everybody gonna be listening to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from a producer standpoint, like I said earlier, we can't control when the music come out. We just gotta keep getting niggas on our beats and wait for that shit to come out. And the artist gotta definitely be way more consistent because, man, look at how many albums drop on a Friday. Every Friday, 10 niggas dropping their album. You know what I'm saying? So, got to be consistent. I look at my Apple Music, my favorite project I already at the bottom because I didn't download some new content. So, got to stay consistent.
My thing on the production side, because TV right about the artist side, that shit, yeah, A1. But the production, like, as you elevate, you know, you got less time to waste with, and I don't want to call independent artists or like artists who were like less known a waste of time. But you know, when you operate in a different community, different circle, you know, your more time gonna go to the people who got the money, who are bigger, etc. But my thing is, for longevity reasons, you can't ever forget about the little dog. Like TV talk about all the time, like Jason could have easily not fucked with Jack Harlow, easily. But it's like, but they did. See, I don't know who decision that was, but he did. And I just try to tell all my clients too, like, yeah, you working with Chris Brown, Migos, or whatever, Party Next Door, however it work. But like, if you really as fine as you think you is, bring another artist. Like, if you really that nigga, give another nigga. Give a nigga who ain't got nothing going on or a little motion. Give him a hit. Since you really that fine. Like, that's why I try to challenge you. If you that fine, you do it. And that's how you gonna build longevity. Because if you just fuck the big dog, eventually they gonna fade out. And then the little niggas gonna beat them niggas, and you ain't got no relationship. Because they gonna remember you try to go big on them. So you might little niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually one of them gonna pop. Metro ain't have to fuck with Kodak Black at the time. And then look what happened. Got a hit. Got a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep fucking with these little niggas. Find your taste. You know what I'm saying? If you really that nigga, you think you that musically talented, find a nigga that may not have a lot going on or a little motion, but you know you trust your taste and say, this little nigga got something. I'm gonna blow.
And that's exactly why I do what I do now, bro. Cause it's like, it's just better. It's way better, bro. I found Tusi when he had like 90,000 followers. They just knew him as the nigga who was rapping out of his car. Now he on his way to 1 million with a deal. You feel me? Like, I would rather be like that, bro. Like, it's so many. Like, I think I got an artist signed to Polo G off of my beat. When I met Polo G, I told him, I was like, you know what I'm saying, I did the record with Scory. He already knew off the rip what it was. So then, you know what I'm saying, I got his number, we linked up. Like, I feel like it's just so much better. Like, producers really overlook working with the underdog because they the underdog. But if they talented, bro, and they moving right, it's only right that they blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always want to go for the Chris Browns and the Futures and the, you know what I'm saying, Migo, all that little baby. But bro, you gotta fuck with the people who don't have the clout like that yet, because all it takes is one song.
Oh, that's it.
And if they that's all it takes, literally one song. And if you the motherfucker who produced that song, you own. Cause guess what? The artist gonna want more content from you. And
it
then
looks so good.
Show love.
It looks so good when the producer gets credit for making the artist blow up. That's once you do that, you got some. That hold more weight than a lot of things really out this shit. If you can take responsibility for an artist's career or having a large part of their success, giving them hits, man, that's a big accomplishment. That's major.
Exactly.
We're gonna break to the next one. Okay, we got Joshua Wright. Josh.
How's it going, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Joshua Wright. I'm an upcoming songwriter in Atlanta, and I was wondering what you guys' thoughts were on establishing relationships with songwriters and A&Rs with producers.
And we just let the one response. I think we kind of answered in the beginning, so anybody can just do that.
I think relationships are key, bro. Like, I mean, my whole shit is relationships. Every time I meet somebody new, like everybody in this room, I don't work with, except for I think Buddha and Ant. You know, honestly, you know, as an up and coming songwriter, you know, just I think you need to be everywhere. You need to meet people, you need to shake hands, you need to play that game. You need to just intern at a studio, depending on how old you are. I don't know how old you are, but you know, like whatever you gotta do to get your foot in the door to, you know, showcase what you're trying to showcase.
Relationships is definitely that approach too. That's what I said earlier. Like when A&Rs come at me, I love when they come at me. They know how, they just know that approach. They know how to come at somebody and like I reply to every A&R because they never just be like, yo, let's work. It's like, yo, what's up? I'm such and such from such and such. I was wondering such and such. It's like, okay, we can have a conversation off of that one message. I can't, what am I gonna say back to yo or let's work? You know, it's just about that approach. And with songwriters, like my relationship with Derek Milano, super talented songwriter. He might just tell me to send beats, but the way he got in, from what I seen, he was just working. He was in the studio. He was perfecting his craft for one, and that's how he caught my ear. I'm like, boy, you talented. Let's put something together. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that.
Let's get one. Let's get another one in here. Noble. How's it, Noble?
Yeah, it's Hans Novi. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good deal. First of all, thank you guys for definitely having us. We definitely appreciate it, especially the producer community. A lot of us are coming and looking at information. Just to quickly get to it, my question is, what's a good, I guess, like barometer or way to indicate if it's the appropriate time to approach either a sound designer or another producer to signing them to your label? Like, what's a good way to see if you guys would be a good fit?
Could you clarify the question?
Sure. So right now I'm working with the sound designer out of Vancouver, and we've been working for a while, and I'm on label, but wanted to see when it would be a great time to approach him about signing him, or what are like some check boxes or some things I should look at before I approach him about even doing that.
Okay, what like the good question would be, have you done anything for him like that can prepare him in any way?
When you say prepare, do you mean like get him placements? Then yeah.
Yeah, prepare. But yeah, that's the main thing. Like, I mean, people gonna want to sign to somebody who's willing to help them out, who making moves for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what you capable of doing for them. And I forgot who spoke on this earlier. Like, oh yeah, Steve-O spoke on it earlier. You just gotta know your capability. You don't wanna, well, obviously you done stuff for him, so anytime would be a good time if you done did stuff for him, because now, you know, 9 times out of 10, he gonna look at it like, okay, well, bro, have helped me do this, this, and that. It's on the right. We already locked in. But a lot of people, I see a lot of people just be like, let's say like how can I put it? You like basically, I think that would be a good time if you done got him placements. Why not? Why wouldn't he? If he don't, it's not no pressure. But now is definitely a good time to ask, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, our last question is from JC.
I thought we'll cheap ring on that bank a little bit.
That nigga went so hard on that song, boy. That shit don't make no sense, boy.
What's up?
Got a chandelier on my neck.
That was good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
you. Yeah.
Yo, what's good? Just want to say thank y'all for this. Hope y'all staying safe and blessed, and thank y'all for doing this at this time of crisis. And so, y'all, I just want to say y'all inspiration to me, especially y'all, Buddha, and everything. Like, peace. Like, and anyway, my question is, what y'all prefer? Do y'all prefer me signing the ASCAP or BMI?
Both gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, they do the same thing.
Me personally, I like BMI because I developed a relationship with them now. So
yeah,
I like the environment.
Whoever you got a relationship with, bro.
That's it, really.
Yeah, that's really it. I like ASCAP website better. But that's
yeah, they do got a better platform, but it's different. It's kind of like it's more. They like the way to register your works on there is different.
Yeah,
because of the percentages. But
you do the 200%, while ASCAP do the 100. But niggas do not want to see that, boy. Boy, they over it.
Yeah, I think they done, huh?
That was the last question. So I'm gonna let China end this out for us. And
Thank you guys for participating. It was really dope. We have it streaming on YouTube, so we're gonna try to repost it on there if you want to share that with your people. But we really appreciate it. We're gonna try to do something like this again. You know, we feed in the street. So yeah, any closing remarks anybody has to say?
I definitely appreciate the opportunity. It was lit. It was fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. I respect everybody who has to say. I respect everything. I respect all y'all opinions.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. I'm finna follow you, boo. We gotta get something in.
No doubt. Everybody can.
Hey,
everybody, let's follow each other, bro.
That boy Buddha, that boy put up the full Mac laptop in the session. Not even this top.
Nah, I got my phone on it. I got my phone on the desktop. Yeah.
That boy put up the full desktop in the YT session. I said, okay.
I called everybody already, so just waiting for my follow back.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
All right,
Stay safe.
All right. Appreciate it.